Welcome to Primordial Flows. Tuning into this collective field here. And there's something here around integrating the light and the shadow, bringing the light and the shadow, or like the yin and yang, or just bringing opposites into union. And I was doing some work around what is the dynamic of this union. Like shifting from the separation into being the union. And I've been working with it with myself around my own personal mythologies. And I'm not sure, it feels like it might be a little too raw and personal to go into for the collective here, but I think that being that union, if we're looking at it from each of us having our own personal mythology or developing that, then that union could have a different dynamic, different story for each of us. And I will share that part of my union story is being this moonlight reflecting on the sea at nighttime. It's not just the moonlight, it's also the sea. It's also the space between where the light travels to the sea, what it illuminates, and how it illuminates, and how the water dances with the moonlight. And symbolically, this carries a lot of richness. Because sometimes it's stormy and there's clouds and the moonlight doesn't reach the sea, maybe only parts. But sometimes the clouds and the storm are so intense that we don't have that deep reflection. And so sometimes it feels like there's blockages, or people aren't seeing, or there's just too much going on. It won't stay like that forever. The storms will pass. And also think about the way the sun reflects and illuminates the moon. And so there's so many different relationships and dynamics that move us into this like illumination of our inner worlds. And there's different cycles too. Waning and waxing, turning inward, feeling, processing, and then externalizing, expressing those insights or reflections. Feeling my hand on my chest here, feeling the warmth of my hand, feeling the gentleness of the energy of my heart. The moonlight and the sea, the sky and the water. It's also a form of union. And together they create something. The light, this moonlight dancing on the water, on the surface of the water, piercing into some of it. It doesn't reach the depths of the ocean, but it recognizes the currents on top. We can learn to read the currents. Of our inner emotions and worlds, energy movements. Showing us that there's always much deeper things happening. And then there's the metaphor that Ramana Maharshi uses, where the substratum that permeates all that phenomena emerges from and returns to and exists and permeates all phenomena like the ocean, like the waves that rise from the ocean and then return. The storm and the calm. It's all the water, it's all the ocean. This feeling I have is like being the ocean, being the waves, being the currents. Feeling the power of consciousness and moving with that power of love, because once it turns into something else, then it's separated from the source of consciousness. It's still part of it, but it loses. I don't know if I want to say like it shifts the vibration into something else. So the feeling I'm getting is that like if the more attuned I am to this love vibration of the substratum, like I'll use this image, or what I'm explaining, like I think this kind of image gives the impression I'm trying to express, where there's like I don't know if I read this somewhere or I heard it from somewhere, but where there's like a druid wizard figure, and it's not that they're controlling the weather, it's that they're so connected to their own nature that they just become like another hand or movement of nature. So it's like the more attuned a me or a person becomes with that primordial source, the more we become a movement of that, which feels like a powerful form of love. And this balancing the light and the shadow, or integrating light and shadow. So much I hear this tendency to be positive, to try to be positive, try to bypass any anger or sadness, but that's part of the nature. That has information that needs to be held with understanding, felt. And when we feel it and allow those emotions to move through us, then our system can integrate that knowing, like holistically, somatically, subconsciously. We can't do that with just the brain. We do it with the mind of the body, the knowledge, the ancient technology of the body. And hearing that drum. That's this like point that I hear. It helps me tune into this collective. That primordial drum at the center of the earth. That we journeyed to in a previous message. Feeling into the breath. Allowing these moments and spaces between words. To be what they are. Spaces for breath. Spaces for movement. For processing. For becoming more present. In this space, we can witness all the phenomena in our minds, in our external worlds, in our relationships, in our internal worlds. We can witness the phenomena. Breathe with it. Breathe space into it. The spaciousness that is the source of love. The spaciousness that is like the primordial womb. Pulsating with creation. Breathing that quality of space into all phenomena. And the phenomena losing its grip on you. Your being, our beings expanding into this eternal primordial essence. This eternal spaciousness, pulsating with love. The cosmic heartbeat that keeps going. This in between those pulses, there's a stillness. In between the pulses, but also the space the pulses pulsate in, there is a stillness in the spaciousness. Something that does not change. All phenomena changing, and a stillness that holds all of it. And is within all of it. As phenomena loses its grip on us, so do our attachments to it, our need to control it. I'm hearing, and then what? And then what phenomena? The phenomena will continue to move, and the stillness will continue to be still. The stillness I was gonna say it like it offers us an opportunity to have an anchor, but it's more than that, because Ramana Maharshi talks about this as our true self, our inner connected self. And there's so much ease here. When you can recognize that in everything. And we can recognize that source and that stillness, not as like the absence of phenomena, but in all phenomena. It's like the space inside the neuron, but also the space the neuron moves through. And allowing phenomena and not getting caught up in it. Being with it. Being with being within, being without. This stillness is all pervasive yet non-invasive because it's bears no intention. It doesn't ask for anything. It's not concerned about doing anything. It's just here. From this consciousness, we can see clearly. We can move with phenomena from a place of clarity and liberation and love. Spaciousness. And love.